Hello. So I don't know if I'm gonna regret this, but I don't know, it's like a little video diary. But Feline and I have broken up. It was mutual. I need a shoulder to cry on, but I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody here.
On Valentine's Day, Valentine asked me to be her girlfriend, and I did say yes, obviously. I've had a girlfriend for over 2 months now, and I've been in a relationship and I've been happy. And I just didn't want to say anything like really in my vlogs yet. I just didn't feel like I needed to. The video about my breakup did go up yesterday, and I'm getting a lot of DMs, and I'm good. I am embarrassed that I had someone who loved me that hard but would lie to me and betray me and do the things they did to me. It's just, as you get older, your brain works a little differently, and I've just learned sharing too much is not a good thing. There was a lot of things that she did lie to me about, but I did want to let you guys know that I am in a relationship. That has been a question that you guys have been wondering, so I figured, you know what, yes, there's no longer single Lynn. A lot of betrayal happened. She knew I deserved better and knew I deserved more, knew I deserved someone who like didn't lie, cheat, betray, etc, etc. That's all I really want to say for now, besides that I'm really happy. I'm starting to like blush a little bit, not gonna lie. Anyways, I don't want to like say too much, but you guys will learn more slowly but surely. And I know that she has her issues and problems and a whole other life. She was literally living 2 separate lives. And I know there's still like a chunk of you who is like, Valentine wasn't even real. Valentine was very real. Are you talking to someone new? Yes, I am.
This chick can't be serious. It's the same storyline. Nothing is learned.
Least favorite, super easy, Charlie Gold. And if I have to explain why, then I just ain't got the time. I ain't got the time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. Amberlynn Reid, the YouTuber who won't stay single. If she dedicated as much time to a therapist as she does to these relationships of randoms who just slide into her DMs, we wouldn't be here. So, almost a year ago to the date of Amberlynn's current breakup video, she was going through a different breakup.
This happened literally before fireworks last night.
She was very emotional, with barely a tear in sight.
I can only give her a part of it when I want to give her the whole thing. And by breaking up, you know what, I kind of am. I don't want to like shower. I don't want to do anything. I kind of just want to like eat. I just want to eat. I just want to eat. I just want to turn to food. I want to numb it out.
There's a couple of things that did sound familiar though, but before I get into that, let me be very clear. I have no idea if Amberlynn made Valentine up. I believe Valentine is a real person that DM'd Amber. I just don't believe the connection that Amberlynn fantasized. At least that's what it seems like to me. What I mean by that is Amberlynn has shown that she likes and will hyper-focus on the idea of people and relationships. During her breakup video about Feline, Amber seems to admit not being able to give Feline more of what she deserves.
And I care about Feline as well. It's like she deserves the fucking world. And it's like I could only give her a part of it.
A year later, she's giving her all to Valentine, and Valentine is only giving her half of herself.
It was really hard, but like looking back now, I don't regret being with her. I don't regret the time we shared together, but I do regret giving my all to someone who only gave me like half of themselves. And I don't ever want to put myself in a situation like that again, and I'm not going to.
How would someone give their all in a relationship that's basically through FaceTime and DMs, but not a live-in partner? Amber's idea of being selfless and putting in effort in a relationship is probably skewed though. For example, Valentine talking to Amber over the phone while she's sick is very different from Beck literally wiping her ass after a life-changing surgery. Being sure to answer the phone anytime someone calls because you have a very open schedule and really no hobbies outside of shopping, bingo, and going out to eat isn't something I would call giving it your all. Unless there's a lot more that Amber didn't mention, maybe Christmas came early for Valentine. Now back to the breakups and Amber still being desperate. For the remaining 6 months of 2024, I'd enjoy seeing Amber write herself a new script. Not only for her videos, thumbnails, titles, and all-around storyline, but also the ending to these love stories. Love just wasn't enough with Feline.
There has, like, I'm gonna speak for myself. There has been some things that just, like, I don't have to go into detail. Love just isn't enough sometimes.
And guess what? A year later, it still isn't enough with Valentine.
Like, she was very, very special to me and someone that I really did love. And it just sucks that sometimes, like, loving someone is just not enough.
If you're a newer viewer of Amber's, there's a chance you may have asked yourself, what did Amber learn from the last relationship that she may have possibly applied to the new one? Based on what she shared, absolutely nothing. Actually, that may not be a fair statement because with Valentine, I don't think she put part of her doc's name in one of her video titles like she did with Feline. So I guess she did learn a little something. Let's not give crumbs to a hate following and be surprised by a full docs. That aside, these back-to-back relationships always sound similar. A year ago, she was struggling to move on and also struggling to produce a single tear. But Amber knew what she deserved.
I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like I was hit by a truck a million times over, just repeatedly, over and over and over. Like, I just feel like I can't live without her, but I know that I have to because it's just like, I know what I deserve. I know what I deserve.
After enough betrayal from Valentine, it seems as though Amber was once again reminded of what she deserves.
A lot of betrayal happened. She got super distant and I knew what I deserved and I knew what I deserved in my life and what I wanted in a partner. And I knew that, like, that was not it. So I broke up with her.
Now, one of the most interesting things that Amberlynn vaguely shared is that Valentine is apparently living a double life. What does that mean?
And I know that she has her issues and problems and a whole other life. She was literally living two separate lives. Like, I don't want to go into detail because it really...
Nuh-uh, details, bitch. Amberlynn likes to drag things along for views, but doesn't know when to hit the mark to capitalize off of this very real relationship. This would be the time. Mention it all. Viewers are seated, paying attention, and engaged. She said it herself. Viewers will never know or meet Valentine at this point, so she's just answering some questions.
We don't know Valentine. We never will know Valentine. So I think I'm just going to answer some, like, really hot questions. Ones that people have been asking or are asking.
I'm asking, what was the double life Valentine was living? And did she find out before or after the application process for Valentine to move in and be added to the lease?
It's just a lot and it's, like, heavy. I don't want to spill all the tea, but I am giving you guys some drips and I'm only doing it because it's almost like it feels like a weight is just, like, lifted off of my shoulders and my chest.
Right.
I know what I'm worth. And I know it might not be, like, a lot to some people, but I know, like, what I deserve and I know what I want and I just need to be single. I'm just lost. Because, like I said, I don't know who I am.
Well, she's not going to figure that out continuing to jump from one Instagram relationship to another Instagram relationship. That's for sure.
And I'm just ready to be single. And I'm going to be living on my own.
6 months. According to Amberlynn, Valentine asked her to be exclusive in February.
We always had like a flirty thing. We always had crushes on each other. And then it wasn't until I would say December, January, where my feelings started to get super deep while hers was already there.
On Valentine's Day.
It took me a hot minute to get to that point, and then it was February 14th to be exact. She asked to be my girlfriend.
And 6 months later, on August 1st, she was supposed to move in.
And the crazy part about this whole thing is that she was actually moving in with me August 1st.
Even though they have never met and have only FaceTimed. Amberlynn doesn't even know what Valentine's morning breath smells like, what her farts smell like. She doesn't even know if this chick wets her brush before brushing her teeth. That's important knowledge to have prior to moving in.
And no, we never met in person, but we would video call every single day. So I knew like she wasn't a catfish.
I wonder if Amberlynn knows when it comes to dating, there's a lot more to be concerned about outside of being catfished. It's like her brain is only processing,
well, there's a face to put to the flirting and the compliments works for me.
Amber and Chantal managed to make it to their 30s. And I'm not even talking about their health, just their survival skills.
It feels like a nightmare. It feels like an absolute nightmare. But I know that it has to happen. And I have to keep reminding myself of that. That it has to happen, and I have to keep a healthy distance from her. Because like, she's still trying to hug me and stuff like that. And I have to tell her like, I can't.
Didn't someone have to step in and tell Amber to stop contacting Feline?
Kentucky's not for me. It never has been for me. I came here for somebody, stayed here for somebody, and then was stuck here with somebody. All 3 different people. And now I get to be free. And that's wild.
It's wild, but more importantly, probably connected to those abandonment issues.
I have very, very, very bad abandonment issues. Like, this is due to like childhood shit. Like, I have been abandoned. You know, I was abandoned during the time of your life when you shouldn't be. So I have a lot of like fears that are irrational but also very rational. I hate sleeping alone. I hate it more than anything.
And just to be clear, just because she's connecting and rebuilding with her mom doesn't actually mean she's been working on those issues.
Does Valentine want to appear in your YouTube videos? She does. It is something we have talked about, and she said that she is willing to be in my videos, but I think that we're both waiting till we're both ready, because I think that's like a really big step. I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't had my partner in videos in a really long time. So that's kind of gonna be like really new territory for me. So I wanna just like wait.
I wonder if she was just gonna be like, surprise, this is my girlfriend and she lives with me now. Amber's idea of love is confusing and a bit concerning.
And I believed everything she told me. I knew that she loved me a lot, but there was a lot of things that she did lie to me about. This is where it's like, I mainly don't want to share these things because I'm embarrassed that I had someone who loved me that hard but would lie to me and betray me and do the things they did to me.
Then Valentine didn't love her as hard as Amberlynn convinced herself that she did.
But would lie to me and betray me and do the things they did to me.
Even with her following, Amber can find some viewers who wouldn't do that to her. So how much love was really there? Or is that what she told herself because Amber always wants someone there?
Like, I just feel embarrassed to even admit it. So it's like, I don't even want to go there. But let's just say like she hurt me pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. And the crazy part about this whole thing is that she was actually moving in with me August 1st.
On Twitter, I posted a very short list of things that I would need to see from a partner in person before I even considered living together. And there were some great responses to my tweet that I didn't even consider. Amber apparently just needs to know there's a heartbeat on the other side of that phone, and you got 1 foot through the door, and a rental application on standby.
This isn't heartbreak era. This is like, universe wants Amberlynn happy and it's gonna happen era.
You know, Amber's comment section rarely misses. Hell, the comment section of creators who cover Amberlynn rarely miss. When she decided to do yet another Q&A and said nothing was off limits, of course questions about her recent breakup and a potential new arc would come up.
So today I figured we would do an Instagram Q&A. So all my questions that I got today are from Instagram. I just posted on Instagram and said, hey guys, I'm filming a new YouTube video, so send me your questions. Nothing is off limits.
Amber got a question about cheating.
So the first one is, did you ever cheat on an ex? And the answer is yes. The last time I cheated on someone, I was 17 years old, and I'm 33 now, so it's been a hot minute.
She wasn't 17 years old when she was with Beck, though, and I would have sworn she got caught up contradicting herself about what she considered cheating. This was a few years back, but I vaguely remember that. Does that sound familiar to anyone else?
That's why I don't firmly believe in the whole, like, once a cheater, always a cheater. I do think that there are a lot of cheaters who do not change, but there's also a large quantity of us, like me, who do change. And I'm gonna blame it on, like, I was young and stupid. Yes, when you're 17, you know the difference between right and wrong, but like, I was also in a long distance relationship at that age. So I was just a mess, but I have not cheated since then and I don't plan on it. Have you spoken to Valentine since you broke up? After we broke up, we wanted to try being friends, but that did not work out at all.
So Amber wanted to remain friends with someone who was living a double life, cheated on her, and with her actions, gave her scraps? Make that make sense, please.
The last time that I talked to her was like maybe 2 weeks ago, but the last time she contacted me was she sent me a screenshot of a TikTok I posted and she was pretty upset about it. So even if she hurt me, like obviously it does bother me that my TikTok hurt her.
I'm pretty sure I saw that TikTok floating around on Twitter a little while back, but I don't remember the full context or convo around it. I just remember some viewers questioning if Amber was cheated on. No matter what hints Amber was dropping in that TikTok, like the juvenile that she is, I would have told Valentine to kiss my entire black ass. If we are to believe most of what Amber is saying about Valentine's lies, Amber doesn't owe her shit. Amber should have told her to go tell someone who needs to care, like whoever is part of that secret life of hers. Amber probably already paid a non-refundable application fee and had empty drawers ready for Valentine. You really can't make this shit up.
But I do feel in my heart that I had every right to be able to post that if I wanted to. But I didn't respond to her message because it was just kind of harsh.
See, that's the tea viewers want to know. What did the messages say? What was so harsh about it? Did Valentine call her everything but a child of God? Or did she simply tell Amberlynn she can't lip sync and she looks dumb? Amber should elaborate.
And I just think right now in both of our lives, we probably shouldn't communicate with each other.
That should probably be the case with all her exes, but what do I know?
Why didn't you meet Valentine first before wanting her to move in?
Amber is desperate and very codependent on all her partners, but of course she has a different answer.
Because there was a lot of things that like she was going through and it would have been actually impossible for her to just like come visit me first.
Nope, that's the excuse Amber accepted. If we're to believe what she's saying, Valentine was going to make time for what she wanted to make time for. If her schedule, aka probably her double life, was tying up so much of her time, why didn't Amber go visit the woman she was so in love with? That would have been a great gesture and probably some great content. Imagine watching Amberlynn navigate an airport and possible layovers.
And we really wanted to be together. So we thought that that was the only option to do so. What was the date you and Valentine broke up? It was one day after our 4-month anniversary. I broke up with her on June 15th.
So less than a month ago, she broke up with someone she was in love with, someone she was planning to share a home with so they can build a life together, but has already started moving on? This is what I find interesting. If Amber has just announced to her audience that they broke up, when did this new person DM her that they were interested? Based on Amber's history, I highly doubt this is someone she met in person. So were they already lined up? Or a friend of hers while she was with Valentine? Of course, this is if we are to believe Valentine is real and this new woman is real as well. It's sad that Amberlynn has lied so much during her time online that the simplest things are questioned. She mentioned having some buzzballs with someone soon, and I assumed that it was referring to her new love interest. I should have known better since Amberlynn's first meetings tend to be when the U-Haul is backing up, so clearly that didn't make sense. Whoever that person is though, their fiance could throw down. Amberlynn might need to incorporate some FaceTime cooking lessons with the fiance because damn near every dish on their Instagram looked amazing. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. It looks like we may be getting hints of a new arc on the way. It's bye-bye to Valentine and hello to summer. Amber will probably be in love before the summer is up and dropping hints about them moving closer by Vlogmas. Amber never learns and still wonders why the skepticism from viewers ends up being accurate majority of the time. For Amber's sake, she better hope Valentine's rude-ass messages stay in her phone and she doesn't pop up as a new creator, especially while AdSense is on the rise. What a mess. Or possibly just a made-up mess, who knows? If you enjoyed any part of this video, please consider giving it a like. It's good for your BMI. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if your notifications are failing you, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and set your notifications to all. The algorithm hates me, and I need your help to heal our relationship. And a huge thank you to all my channel members and patrons. Later, guys.
I'm clearly struggling with keeping on track. So why make fun of that? Why is that funny? Like, why is it funny that we're struggling sticking to something that could better our lives? Why is that funny?
Whether Chantel wants to accept it or not, she's a horrible person. And sometimes viewers don't root for horrible people. To take it a bit further, some people find it entertaining when horrible people don't learn from their mistakes and only continue to struggle while trying to shift blame.
I have done nothing but literally cry and cry and cry and cry.
It just sucks that sometimes like loving someone is just not enough.
You guys know, going through a breakup, whatever.
What the hell does she have merch for anyway? What the fuck do these friggin' reaction channels have merch for, some of them?